mis amores, this is Masi with Masparko DIYs. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I am sharing with you guys 6 DIYs made with Dollar Tree items. I hope you guys like it, and let's go ahead and start with our first tutorial. For my first DIY, I am using this sign from Dollar Tree and I am covering the back. I just cut a piece of the gift wrapping paper and glue it to the back with some Mod Podge. Now I am going to flip it, and for the side I purchased this paper from Hobby Lobby for only 25 cents after the 50% discount. I am cutting the paper to fit the sign, and then I am gluing it with some Mod Podge. Now I am going to sand all the edges by sanding away from the paper. I am tracing the top of my sign on this paper to make my roof. I am cutting it with my scissors, then making sure it's the right size. Then tracing it on top of a piece of cardboard, then cutting the cardboard to glue them together with Mod Podge. With my hot glue gun, I am going to add some glue so I can glue the cardboard to the sign. I found this super cute red door from Dollar Spot at Target for only $1, and I removed the wreath and the Mary sign because they were a little loose, so I decided to go with this little wreath that I had instead. With my hot glue gun, I am gluing the door to the sign. Before I glued the wreath to the door, I painted the areas that had glue from the previous wreath and also added glitter to make it look like snow. Now I am going to do the same to the wreath, and I am going to glue it to the door with my hot glue gun. These wood trees are from Dollar Tree. I am only using the small and middle one. I filled the empty spaces with wood filler, then waited a couple of minutes for them to completely dry, then sanded them to paint them white and added glitter on top. While the trees are drying, I am tracing the roof part of the sign on a piece of cardboard to make the white border of the top of the roof, and I am cutting it 1.5 inches thick. I am painting it white with an acrylic white paint. Once the paint is dried, I am applying some hot glue to the top of the roof, and I am gluing the top part. Now that my trees are completely dry, I am adding some glue to the back, and I am going to glue them to both sides. These galvanized boards are from Dollar Tree. I am going to use the Believe one, but since I don't really like how it looks this color, I am going to spray paint it black, and once it dries, I am gluing it to the sign with hot glue. To hang my sign to the wall, I am going to cut a little piece of this ribbon, then I'm going to glue it to the back to use as a hanger, and then I'm going to glue this cute little bow on the top. For my second DIY, I am going to be using these 2 glass jars that I recycle. I am going to paint them white and then I'm going to sand them to make them look more rustic. To decorate your home, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Look around and see what you can use. Recycle old jars, old decor, old frames, anything, and you'll be surprised how many beautiful decor pieces you can make with stuff you already have. That's the beauty in DIYing, more for less. I cut a piece of this super beautiful red ribbon that I purchased at Walmart for less than $3, and I am going to make a cute little bow, and I am going to cut the tips in a V shape. Before I add my bow, I am going to add this super cute ornament that I also purchased at Walmart. There were 6 for $1.98, and I am going to add the glue. Then I'm going to glue the ornament, and then I'm going to glue the bow on top. I am going to place this green snowy pine inside the jar, but first I'm going to cut it to fit so it doesn't look too high. For my third DIY, I am going to use these villages houses from Dollar Tree, and I am going to spray paint them white. Now the super fun and super cute houses are inspired by the Magnolia collection at Target. What I did is I painted all the little reeds a very dark green, and then I painted all the bows a very dark red. I am also going to paint the top of the windows with an acrylic black paint, and I'm also going to paint black this little window right here. I fixed all the mistakes with a little bit of white paint. Without painting the snow areas, I painted the ceilings black. For my fourth DIY, I am going to use this big picture frame from Dollar Tree. It's 11 by 14, and I am going to spray paint it white with the Rust-Oleum paint and primer paint. Now that it's dry, I am going to dry brush some gray and brown paint to make it look more rustic. I purchased this Christmas red truck gift bag from Dollar Tree. Although I love this gift bag, the colors are too happy and too bright, and it looks too new. So I needed it to look older to fit my rustic frame. I started it by tracing the size of the frame backboard to guide me to kind of where to paint. So I then dry brushed some caramel color to give it a more yellowish tone. Then I did the same with some white paint. And I blended everything together with a sponge. Now, to make this look more like a vintage, rustic, old painting, what I did is I highlighted some areas with my red paint. Now with very little gray paint, what I did is I brushed all over the painting. I kept blending all the colors with my sponge, and now that I'm done, you can see both sizes. This one is the new, and then this one is the more rustic vintage one. Now I'm going to cut the side that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to fit it to my frame. Apply some Mod Podge to the board of the frame to glue your gift bag. For this piece to look more realistic and more rustic and more vintage, I am applying Mod Podge and I am going to let it dry for a few minutes. Once it was dried, I put everything back together, and then on the top of my sign, I am going to glue this metal bow from Target from the dollar spot for only $1, and I glued it with my hot glue gun. For my 5th DIY, I am going to use this clear plastic DIY ornament from Dollar Tree, and I am going to remove the top by pulling it. I am going to put a little bit of this white acrylic paint inside the ornament. I am going to shake it until it covered at least half of the ornament. While the white paint is still wet, what I am going to do is I am going to apply this gray paint to the top inside the ornament, and I am going to repeat the same steps. I am going to shake until I cover the other half. Once both colors have combined, you're going to start seeing this beautiful smoke kind of marble effect. You don't have to use the same colors I used. You can use any other color of your choice. To let it dry, what I did is I placed it upside down on top of a cup so all the excess paint can go inside the cup. I just did that for a few minutes and then I let it dry completely for a few hours before the next step. Very carefully that I don't get burned because this gets very hot. I apply some hot glue and then I just glue the top back to the ornament. To be able to hang my ornament, I added this piece of ribbon and I am going to make a knot in the top. Cut the excess of the ribbon with my scissors, and then I added this cute little bow on the top, and I am going to add a little piece of the same ribbon to the middle to really secure the bow with the other piece of ribbon and also to make it look cuter. I am so happy with how this DIY ornament turned out. This might be my favorite DIY today. I am in love with this ornament. I think this is the most gorgeous ornament I've ever seen. My last DIY, I am going to use these two burner covers and this candle holder from Dollar Tree. I am going to spray paint white the front and the back of these. Now for what's going to be my bottom, my base of my tier tray, I am going to use this pizza pan from Dollar Tree, and what I did is I painted it white. I painted it white with this paint instead of the spray paint because when I add my vase in the middle, you'll see in a minute, I like to sand the vase and also where I'm going to glue it so they can bond better. After sanding the pan and the vase, you want to make sure that all the dust is removed and your vase and your pan are completely clean. I am just going to apply my hot glue. If you feel that your hot glue gun is not that strong, you can add a 6000 super glue and that would be good. I am going to glue this little wood legs to the bottom of my tray. If you don't have anything like this, you can use this little containers from Dollar Tree and you can just spray paint them any color you want or leave it like this and they will make cute little legs for your trays. Once I glued my 4 little legs in each corner, I am going to let all the glue dry and everything bond. After a few minutes, I flipped it back over and then I added all the little ornaments inside the vase. You don't have to add ornaments, you can add anything you like, greenery or anything else, and it will still look gorgeous. I just think that if you have a vase full of stuff inside the tray, it will look like a piece of decor instead of just a stick in the middle. Now for the middle part of the tray, I added the larger burner cover and I am just going to press down until everything glues together. I am going to glue the candle holder to the top and I am going to apply some hot glue with my hot glue gun and I am going to glue it and I am going to hold it until it holds. For my last step, I glue to the top the smaller burner cover. Okay, mis amores, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making these DIYs for you guys today. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments down below, and I hope you give these DIYs a try. They are super, super, super fun to make. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. I make videos every week and next week I'm going to start uploading twice a week. I am bringing you guys some ornaments DIYs, some gnomes DIYs for Christmas. You guys are going to love it and I love every single one of you. You guys have made this new journey for me a one that I truly enjoy and love. I send you kisses and hugs, big hugs for all of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.